Hey MegaSaki00 and everybody else watching this video. This is Muth24 and this is my response video slash contest entry for your little Gundam Wing contest. And basically for me, I didn't get into Gundam Wing when it came around the first time. I know a number of people who did, that I went to school with and everything, kept telling me about how much they liked it and everything, and I kind of gave it a try, but at the time I wasn't really digging the whole Victorian era meets giant robots sort of setting, as far as, how the characters dressed and the architecture was and everything. It just wasn't doing it for me. So I kind of jumped in with 8th MS Team, which was my first series I watched all the way through and is still my favorite to this day, and then G Gundam, which was kind of fun just for something different. But I know Toonami was basically the reason that Gundam Wing did so well, and basically it was the single most important Gundam series for North American viewers in getting them into not only Gundam and Mecha series, but just anime in general. And this would be later followed by arguably Seed and Seed Destiny being the next wave or next generation of Gundam viewers, and then after that probably 00 was the next biggest one for the current generation, if you will. And at any rate, after watching 8th MS Team and G Gundam, I heard either through their promos or something, maybe it was like the TV listing guide or whatever, that they were going to be airing the Gundam Wing movie Endless Waltz. And despite the fact that I hadn't watched Gundam Wing all the way through, I watched some of the Toonami promos and trailers and whatnot for it and thought, I'll give this a shot. And I really liked Endless Waltz. It's easily my favorite Gundam movie, as well as one of my favorite Gundam, OVAs, movies, series, out of the entire collective of what I've watched so far. And the reason for that was the fact that they kind of combined some of the more grounded, realistic UC style, politics and conflict, with the more stylized and dramatic, mobile suit designs, as you can see here with the Wing Zero custom. I know a lot of people don't like that mobile suit design. Personally, I do, as I've got 3 of them here, evidence enough for you. But also the fact that they, made it a little bit more action-heavy and did, I think, a really good job with the story and, pacing it and everything. And that led me to eventually buy the Endless Waltz DVD here, the special edition, and that was the first Gundam DVD that I ever bought, and it was the only one I had for quite a few years, actually. I didn't really get into buying anime DVDs until about a year and a half ago. But yeah, that was my first and only one for quite a while, and basically, when I got back into anime this past year, because there was a bit of a hiatus for me between when I started watching on Toonami and started watching it again this past year and a half, 2 years or whatever. I started off with watching Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory, following my rewatch of 8th MS Team for nostalgic purposes. But I went ahead and watched Stardust Memory, and then I kind of dug a little bit deeper into figuring out what the difference between the alternate universe and Universal Century timelines were, because I kind of knew there was a difference, but I didn't really know what specifically fell into, which timeline and whatnot. So I kind of looked into that some more, and decided that I was going to give Gundam Wing another go, and I did finally finish watching the series, and yeah, I can totally see why it was such an important, driving force behind the anime boom in the early 2000s stateside. Now, I'm not going to go so far as to say that Gundam Wing was the single most important anime in terms of garnering North American viewers to said entertainment medium, but it is one of the most important from its time, and I have to give it some serious props for not only garnering people to anime and Gundam, but indirectly influencing the sales and popularity of manga, video games, novels, etc. That were tied into Gundam and other anime. So yeah, basically that's it. I know a lot of that was more Endless Waltz than, you know, Gundam Wing itself, so I guess, you know, MegaSaki, you can figure out if that's really what you're looking for in terms of the contest entry. But yep, that's pretty much it. Cool idea with the contest here. I think it's really neat to go with an idea that was, you know, simple enough for people to enter, but it gives an interesting perspective on you know, how everyone views Gundam Wing and how they got into it and everything. So that's pretty much it, and I will see you guys next time.